Hey there everyone, PhilChill here, and today we're going to experiment with a really neat way to earn a lot of money in Stardew Valley. Besides filling up the whole Ginger Island farm with expensive crops like ancient fruit or star fruit, which you then process into wine and sell them, there is another pretty decent way to earn around 400,000 plus gold every 4 days. It takes a bit of time and money to set up this process, but afterwards you're going to have a giant return on those investments. Before we begin with the video, I hope you're having a wonderful day and consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out any future videos. And with that, without any further ado, let's begin. The way to earn that amount of money in 4 days is pretty simple, and that is honey. As the seasons in Stardew Valley change, in Ginger Island they stay the same all year round, and you can plant everything there. But planting it on the spot on your farm can be a waste, since there you can plant your more expensive crops, which you can then process and sell for even more money. But what about the left part of the farm, which is basically unused? Well, here you can put a lot of artisan equipment, as NPCs don't move around there and you won't lose anything. The best thing to put here are beehives, which have a great use on the island, where you can plant the most expensive flower, which is the fairy rose flower. This flower produces the most expensive honey, and being planted on the island it means it won't wilt and you will have a constant source of honey. But you may be wondering, how can you use the left side of the island to get fairy roses planted there? And the answer is pretty simple. The bottom of the Ginger Island farm is unplantable, and that goes along the coast to Birdie's shack and then to Mr. Key's shop, so you can't use this whole part. The only part that you can use, however, is the one around the pond, where there are several spots that you can plant the flowers at. You should plan the layout in advance so you can make the most out of it, but this setup will require a lot of beehives to work in, and material wise can be quite expensive and hard to pull off. To craft one beehive, you require 40 wood, 1 iron bar, 1 maple syrup and 8 coal, which can be quite expensive to get. The most expensive part will be the coal, I think, because you can get iron fairly easy in the local mines. For the other part, which can be quite hard to get, is the maple syrup, since you'll have to get huge quantities of it to craft all of the needed beehives. As unlocking Ginger Island is towards the end game, you should already have a lot of maple syrup stocked up at this point of time. But in case you don't, the easiest way to get a lot of maple syrup for this project is to plant a lot of maple trees on your farm, or the desert, which you can just tap and wait to collect the right amount of maple syrup. The desert should be the most optimal solution, since you won't have to destroy anything on your farm to get the maple syrup. You'll just have a huge quantities of trees planted in the desert, and that way you can get huge amount of maple syrup and also pine tar or oak resin as you need it. For all of those really rich players out there, you can just buy all of the required items from Clint's shop. You can buy the coal and iron ore and then process the iron ore to iron bars. And that way you can get the materials sooner without going to the skull caverns or the mines. This can save you a lot of time, but it will cost you a lot, since you need huge amounts of iron bars and coal as well to complete this project. After getting the required items and crafting all of the required beehives, you just need the flowers. You can buy the fairy rose flower from Piero's shop, but he only sells it during the fall season, so you should already have it stocked somewhere on your farm. With the 1.5 update, there was a secret item which was Pierre's missing stock list. When you got it from Mr. Key, you could turn it in to Pierre, and Pierre starts selling every crop in any season. This is a really nice addition to the game, since you won't be limited anymore with the seasons, and you can buy any crop that you wish in any season. Having the flowers planted on the farm is really important, as you won't be able to earn much by just putting the beehives and waiting for the wild honey to gather. But being limited on the land aspect makes it quite hard for us to make an optimal setting for the beehives, as we can't plant on the bottom part of the farm and on the grass as well. It only leaves us with the land near the pond, as well as the 3 other areas which are quite unnoticeable, and I was quite amazed seeing the plants grow on these 3 other areas, which are quite important for this project since they will net us a lot of gold. The first area is the land patches beside the pond where you can plant the flowers. By planting them correctly, you can get a pretty decent area where you can get a lot of beehives set up so you can start earning. Just be careful though, since you need to plant the beehives correctly so you don't accidentally pick up the flower. This area is quite massive and you can get a lot of beehives set up here, but the only problem is sometimes the trees that you need to cut down to access some of the beehives, they're gonna keep regrowing and you can't put anything on those spots, so that's the only thing that you need to watch out for. On the farm there are 3 more other areas that you can plant on that I didn't really know. The one area is next to the Parrot Express on the farm. There's a land patch there and you can plant the flower here as well. This is a really nice addition to our earnings and it will help us a lot. The other 2 places, however, are pretty hidden and you won't know to plant here since it's grass. Those are the hidden walnut spots on the farm. There are 2 hidden walnut spots on the farm. One of it is in the middle of the 4 flowers next to the Parrot Express. If you dig with a hoe here, you can dig dirt and you can plant there, which is quite amazing, and that area is quite huge, which can allow you to get a lot of beehives set up there. And the next one is next to the slimes, where we also have a grass spot where we had one of the golden walnuts there. When we dig with a hoe, we get dirt and we can plant the flower there as well. The only problem for this area are the slimes, but you should already have a slime charmer ring that will help you bypass them. This whole idea is quite wonderful, as an area which was worthless before suddenly gets us so much money. We can harvest the honey every 4 days, which has a net worth of 680 gold base price, but with the artisan profession that price is increased to 952 gold, making us a total of 438,000 gold, which we will get every 4 days without doing anything. Well then everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. What do you think? Is this the money making plan for you? Or do you have any way to improve this as well? Leave a comment in the comment section below. In any case, thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel as I will be making more in the future. I hope you have a great time and I will see you in the next one. But till then, stay safe.